Good evening, everyone.
Ow, doody 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 doo.
Yeah, it's only just a howdy doody doody do, whatever it is. Say, yeah, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, he's only just got back.
Bye bye.
He's been on a secret mission.
I'll just play through them now.
Yeah, oh, God, it looks like it. God, can't control me here. It's leaning to one side. Yeah, oh well. Oh dear, you know when you can't control your hair. I've got this clippy thing in. I think I've put it a bit too high up, and it's like all you're late, Mr. P. No, we didn't. It were back. It were back karate. Yeah, it were on time. So yeah, I think I've put my clippy thing a bit too high up, and it's all like flopping to one side. Oh well, nobody's gonna give me no, as they say. So at least I'm not one of these that caked in makeup and all hair done all perfect and whatever. Hi Tracy, how are you?
Don't Tracy, lads.
It's all right. I'm just talking about me here, Tracy. I says I think I've put my clipping too high and it's flobbing all over the place. One of them, uncontrollable hair nights. So Mr. P's just been out.
First ever night flights.
I weren't going to say anything. I was going to let you surprise everybody.
Oh well. There's only 3 in, so there's only 3 people that knows.
Yeah.
One of them's me.
That's good then, Tracy. I forgot what I was going to say. As you do. So yes, this will be my last live stream till Monday again. Mr. P will be going live tomorrow. I thought I'd just remind you.
Mr. DJ Ian Entertainments is the one that's being showcased.
Yes, and DJ Ian Entertainments is the one that's being showcased. Like EG is showing one of his. It's gone down to 2 now. There's only you and Tracy.
Karate's gone.
Yeah.
No.
So yes. Yeah, I've got like one of these clip things, Tracy, and I think it's all gone awry. I think I've done it up a bit too high. Normally, it sort of just sticks up nice, and I like it to be tidy, but how sometimes it don't go to plan, and yeah. But I don't like it like dangling in my face and. Hey, Tracy, I'm Jad.
Hello, Tracy, I'm Jad.
It's gone down to 2 now. Oh well. So yeah, it's not actually Callum's last day in college. He breaks up next Thursday, I think he said. So. Kath, if you're watching, say hello on. Hiya, Kath, just in case. So yeah, I mean we're sort of. I don't want to say anything, but I do, if that makes sense. And Chris knows what I'm talking about. How can I put it? Chris says something. Callum says something. Yeah, it is next Thursday. I thought it was today. Pretend it's next Thursday. I'm Jad. Anyway, he says something to a girl on Monday that she looked depressed and that she needed help. I mean, Callum knows all about it because he went through this anxiety, but there's a group have all been like cyberbullying him, you know, depression into joke and blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, the girl in question, Callum had a conversation with her and he says, it may be come across wrong, you know, and I apologise if I upset you. So they're all right now, but there were a gang of them all you know, calling him, and then he'd come down and he'd screenshotted his you know, he's done right thing. He screenshotted all the messages that have been sent to him, calling him and this, that and other. And so I grabbed his phone and I says it's Callum's. Basically, there were this girl leaving him voicemail messages and etc. And then he come down and he'd already told us about this incident. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow at college. I can't wait. So yeah. Now, funnily enough, the main instigator of this cyberbullying, his name's Callum as well. Now, there was an incident on Monday where all the teacher asked him to do was move. So he just got up and he picked a chair up and threw it across the room. So he has got anger issues. Anyway, that's not my point. The fact of the matter is that they've all ganged up on Callum because of what he's told them. So he screenshotted everything. He's emailed all his teachers and, you know, the listening service that he talks to, etc. So he's got the proof that they were ganging up on him. And anyway, I jumped to his defence. I grabbed his phone and I sent him messages. I said, it's Callum. And they were calling me all names under the sun.
Yep.
So that's all saved. So basically, they were targeting me because I jumped to Callum's defence. So yeah, Callum's done right thing though. He's emailed all his teachers and he says, this is what's been going off. They've been calling me. They've been calling my mum. And I says to Callum, and, you know, don't sort of judge me, but I says, they're just a load of immature children, basically. And I says, you know, tell them to come here and say it to my face. You know what I mean? But they're not. They try to do it behind, as Chris calls them, keyboard warriors. You know, they won't do it to your face. Anyway, it's all... the thing is as well, a lot of people, or a few of the people that was in the same chat and that were calling Callum, have messaged him to apologise. And I says to Callum, I says, at the end of the day, Callum, I says, there's two sides to every story. I says, they've only heard what he's told them. I says, don't worry about it. I says, it'll get sorted. I says, and if he lays a finger on you at college, I says, he'll be behind bars, I'll tell you. So I just want to bring awareness of how things can escalate, you know, when you say something. It didn't say anything derogatory to the girl, and they're friends now. And basically, he apologised to her, and she's forgiven him. Hiya, Johnny. How are you?
Hello, Johnny.
So, yeah, some dickheads at college. Or a particular dickhead at college. So he's took right steps. He's emailed all his tutors at college. His TA. He's took all right steps. And I say, me and Chris were on about it tonight. Because it sounds like this lad or child, because he's not quite 18, sounds like he's a bit of a loose cannon. There was an incident in college on Monday, and one of the tutors, as they call them in college, not a teacher, but one of the teachers, tutors, asked him to move, and he got up, throwing a strop, picked a chair up and threw it across the room. So obviously the but yeah, I sort of took Callum's phone off him, Johnny, and I messaged them, and they were giving me all sorts of abuse. And I says to Callum, I says, come to our house. I says, tell him to come to our house. I says, and tell me to my face.
Oh, dear.
I says, I'd knock 7 out of him.
You will.
Yeah. So, you know, but they've sort of, it passed a comment to a girl saying she looked miserable and she looked depressed. Now, this has all been blown out of proportion. Callum knows what it's like to be depressed and have anxiety problems. You know, it were trying to help the girl in saying that she needed some help. I says to Callum, I says, when he had this anxiety problem, first thing we did, we took him to doctors, we got him help. And I think that's what it were basically saying to this girl. You need to tell somebody, you need to, you know what I mean? Because we all know that, how can I put it? There's a lot of suicides among teenagers. I mean, we've sort of got that good relationship with Callum that it can come and tell us anything. But yeah, this lad is the instigator and he's blown it all out of proportion. They've been messaging him and calling him names. And then I grabbed his phone and I says, you know, I says, you make out you're adults, but at the end of the day, you're just immature children.
Yeah.
And basically, he called me all names under its sun, and he tried, you know. And I says, well, I says, carry on. I says, because all this has been, you know, yeah, we've got screenshots of everything. And Callum's done right thing is emailed him at school, and is you know, this is what's happened and blah blah blah. He's done right thing. Because he's reported it, and he's in the same class as Callum on a Monday. And I says, you know, woe betide him. I says, if he starts on you in college on Monday, I says, because I'll bury the little. Yeah, I'm not going to swear, but yeah, I'll bury him.
You will.
So, so yeah. And funnily enough, Johnny, his name's Callum and all. But it sounds like a nutcase, you know, is a bit loco by sounds of things. So, so yeah, so we've had that to deal with today. But a lot of them that was in the chat with this guy, obviously they've heard his story, you know, with the story that he's told them. And there's a bit, I think about 3 of them that have messaged Callum and says, oh, I apologise, and you know, can you forgive me, and all this, that and other, because they know that if needs be, it'll be took further. But they did say, well, can we hear your side of the story? And I says, just don't respond to them, Callum. I says, they don't need to hear your side of the story. You know what I mean? I says, just don't respond to him. I says, just make sure. I says, if he sends you any more messages, I says, you screenshot them. I says, and, you know, basically,
Screenshot them?
yeah. It same as I says to Chris. It won't surprise me, Johnny, if he's that unstable that it has a go at Callum on Monday, and you know, but I says to Callum, I says, if he lays a finger on you, Callum, I says, me and your dad will be down there. I says, and we're gonna take it all the way to court, and I says, get him done for GBH, and you know, but There's too many. The thing is, there's too many witnesses for him to lay a finger on Callum at college. He likes to do it all behind a keyboard. You know what I mean? He won't dare say it to man and Chris's face.
Oh, tell us to F off and all that, though.
Yeah. But basically, when they were calling me, I just says, oh, you know, I said, I've just took the notice. I said, because it's water off a duck's back. So, yeah, I were, I forgot what name it is now. I did see it on YouTube. Snowy. I forgot. I've got a memory like a sieve, John. I did see it. Got Keener a lovely rabbit after the lady was supposed to get rabbits off. Let me down. Never had to buy an emergency rabbit before. So that's it. I knew it was some snow. Begin with snow. Yeah, that's the one. But yeah. So you had to iron low and uphill and down dale for a rabbit. Go out in countryside, Johnny. There's plenty of rabbits knocking about. Oh, dear me. Like most of the world now, snowflakes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, him at college will be a snowflake once me and Chris has done with him, I'll tell you.
Not even be that.
He'll be a puddle on the floor. Yeah. But yeah. He says all day. He had one by 6 p.m, so it took him all day to find a rabbit. Oh well, at least she's got one, Johnny. You know what I mean? It's oh dear.
Johnny was going to be cleaning it out.
Now it's like a weight lifted off, lol. Yeah. That's the problem. I mean, it's like everything, you know, people can promise you world, but then when it don't materialize, Chris has been like that, you know, he's been, oh, well, you know, we'll send you this and we'll send you that. And, you know, and then he's been let down and, you know, he's mega cute. And, oh, Johnny's going all soft in his old age. At least you've only got the one for now, you know, to contend with. But yeah, and good thing is, how can I put it? Rabbit turds are easy to clean up than, you know, what comes after other animals' bums. You know, it's just a dustpan and brush thing and jobs are good and you've done it then, aren't you? You awful. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, it's no good sort of jumping gun and getting probably 2 or 3. Yeah, one, you know, one's enough for now. So, you know, it's just, you know, change a or what. Hiya, Crimson, how are you? It's all right, we're talking about rabbit. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, they are not sloppy. You know, it should be a doddle to clean it out, you know what I mean? She's got a shovel ready. Jimmy C said he looks delicious. They're awful, aren't they, Johnny? But yeah, she says she's got a shovel ready. She loves me. Oh, bless her. But I mean, it's like this. I mean, you know, if she helps you clear it out, I mean, it's all standing in ring good stead. You know, how to look after. He says I come in at the good times. Oh dear. Well, it's Johnny's fault because he's just got a new rabbit. I says, well, at least rabbit turds are easy to clear up. You know what I mean? Not unlike some animals. You know what I mean? No, Jimmy, she's not for your tea. They are awful, aren't they, Tracy? How could you do anything like that to a cutie little baby rabbit like that? Eating some pizza, saw you guys live, thought I'd say hey. But yeah, I mean, you missed up palaver at beginning, but I'm not going to keep repeating myself anyway, so sort of just watch it from beginning. Hiya, Steve, how are you?
Hello, Steve-o.
So yeah, I played everybody Wakey's intro yesterday because it sent it me, and I downloaded it. I thought, well, I'll play it, and basically everybody was saying, "Wow, fantastic," you know what I mean?
We're bad. I've seen bad.
So yeah, very, very. Oh, he's had that stent done today.
Oh yeah, hi, Steve.
Are you okay then, Steve? Are you sort of? I know what I can't say you're okay, you know what I mean, but so yeah, everybody were blown away by it, Steve. I did play it on. I says Wake gave me his permission to play it, and I said because he actually sent it me via messenger, and basically it says, we couldn't sing your praises enough, so we sent it me via messenger.
Everything went well.
That's okay then, Steve. That's great. Yeah, everybody was impressed, Steve. You did what he asked, if you know what I mean. And I know he said you hadn't finished quite, finished with it. I got shaved again. You'll have none left, Steve. But I'll let you guys read between the lines and where he got shaved. I bet he's been shaved one side and then other. Yeah, so you've got 2 tram lines either side. Damn. Oh dear. Everybody will be wanting them, Steve. Like tram lines, It's as bold as an egg. Lol, it'd be better to get someone to shave it. I get lazy. But yeah, he's had if you're wondering, he's had a stent fitted. Now he had a stent fitted a few weeks ago. So yeah, so he's he's had the what do they call it? Back crack and sack treatment. I have a mohawk. See, I told you, I said I buried got 2 tram lines. in lady terms, what's it called? I forget now. Oh, something beginning with B. Not Bermuda. Well, I don't know. I forget where it. Yeah, it was last Friday. I knew it were a. Yeah. So it'll come to me what it's called, but it's all the rage we ladies. They have like a triangle shape cut there, and I forgot what it's called now. Tracy says, pissed myself laughing, Jeanette. Well, but yeah. But I'd have said to him, Steve, well, you may as well shave the rest on it off. Or do they only just do the essential bits?
Will you just ask for a parting?
He's got one. Either side. He's got a middle parting.
only that parted ways it didn't see what it did is saving down.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
Well,
I mean, it's like this, Tracy. If you don't laugh about it, you cry about it. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been relatively lucky. I ain't had to be shaved down there when I've had any procedures, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I do know, because when I were I was pregnant with my youngest of my 3 lads before, and basically I had gallstones and I had one go adrift and I were jaundice. So I were on like a general surgical ward, and other side there were like a row of beds, and on other, I mean, they were talking about like, you know, 30 years ago nearly now. Anyway, the other side of the ward, they were all like in the ravenous hysterectomies or something like that. Not getting into details, but I like to trim the privies. You ought to apply for a job at hospital, Johnny, then. But yeah, the women over the other side of the ward, they were all in like for hysterectomies and things like that. And we went through like, basically they come round and mass shaved everybody. They went from one to next to next. You know what I mean? And then came the suppository part of it. Oh dear, that were a laugh a minute. And they sort of took it in this stride, because they had this bet on tip top, pop them in warm water, lol. Top tip. But they were this like running joke, and they were saying they had this bet going to see who could last the longest, if you know what I mean. I think there are about 4 of them. So they were all sort of trying to hold it, but you know, I mean, one had got to go first, if you know what I mean. And then once one went, they were all going. But yeah, they were having, you know, they must have sort of got some rapport going, and you know, and they were having a bit of fun, like. And they says, right, we'll see, you know, we'll see who can last longest. You know, we aren't rushing to the toilet, sort of thing. I think one woman had only sort of been up there about 2 minutes, and she were running to lab first. But I mean, we're talking about hospital type of suppositories, Johnny. I don't know whether they're max strength or what they are, but anyway. But I thought, thank God I'm not having to go through that. Crinkles can be dangerous. Oh dear. But I mean, you sort of get to know them. I mean, because I'd been in about a week, and then they transferred me to City Hospital at Nottingham. But then they transferred me back because I had camera thing down my throat. But yeah, most of them that I'd sort of got to know and were having the hysterectomies, they'd all had the hysterectomies, and by the time I'd got back and gone home. But yeah, I mean, when you're sort of there for a period of time, you sort of get to, you know, like general chit chat and everything. Because one of them said, I mean, you start off at bottom ward, and the further you move up the ward, the closer you are to having an operation. If that makes sense. The closer you are to the door, you know, if you're right at end bed, this top at ward, you know, you were next down for chop sort of thing. So anyway, I were right at this end, and right next to where my bed was, with like day room where they used to go for the meals and everything. So woman that bought meals in every single day Hiya, Richard. How are you?
Hello, Rich.
Every single day, she'd park the food trolley right at the end of my bed. And this woman shouted across to her. She says, Duck, she says, don't you think that's cruel? So she says, what do you mean, Duck? So she says, Jeanette's nil by mouth. I were nil by mouth. So she says, don't you think that's cruel? She says, putting food trolley at end of Jeanette's bed when, you know, and she says, oh, I'm ever so sorry. And I says, look, Duck, I says, it don't worry me. I says, at the moment, I says, I'm not interested in food. I couldn't stomach any even if I wanted. But yeah, this woman had a right go woman with food trolley, and she used to park it at bottom of my bed every single day until that woman said something. And after that, she sort of actually wheeled it into the day room where they had the scran. So, and I says to her, I says, I couldn't even stomach any food, even if I wanted. I could keep no down because I got jaundice and I got like a gallstone gone adrift, and it were blocking my bile duct. So even if I'd eat something, it'd just come straight back up anyway. So you know, I want strong stuff, you know, pain wise, and they were giving me what's that thing called? Is it dextrose? Like making sure I'm getting all nutrients and everything, and you know, making sure I were hydrated and I shouted get a life to a bus spot a few days ago, Lola, to Carwyn. I can just imagine Johnny doing that. But the thing is, everybody's got their hobby, haven't they? I mean, you do lots of DIY and, you know, and bits and bobs and everything, and it's just a hobby to them, you know what I mean? You know, there is some weird and wonderful hobbies out there. I mean, it's like train spotting. I wouldn't want to sit sort of making a note to all buses and whatever, you know what I mean? It's not for me, but you know, like Chris, his hobbies is drone, you know what I mean? You know, and Richard his hobbies a drone. Wow. You know, it's you know, I mean, I always like when you hear people like stamp collecting. Yeah, there's a few rare stamps out there, but you know what I mean? What sort of enjoyment do you get out of it? I don't know.
Some stamps, some money.
I've just said there's some that's worth a lot of money, but you know what I mean? What, you know, everybody's got their own hobby, and it's, you know, it's just a fact of life. You know, some are more boring than others. That's it. I mean, man, and Tracy's hobby's baking.
Yeah, who wants to go bloody baking?
Hiya, Kate. How are you? I'll remember that then when I'm making some cookies or some cakes. But yeah, it's you know, but it's like me. I say things as I see them, and you know, and lo and betide, hey, I can lick you later.
That always does anyway when I'm snoring.
Yeah, she says, I was just thinking that baking's my hobby. But yeah, I mean, it is a hobby because, I mean, you've got the serious bakers, you know, these that do all posh, you know, wedding cakes and blah, 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 blah. I just do it because I like doing it. You know what I mean? I can't sort of sit here and say, oh, I'm a fantastic baker and I you know, I do fantastic, you know, because I don't. I just love to do it. You know what I mean? Hope his football finished. It's all right. Callum were up in our bedroom watching football because it many.
What against San Marino? Oh, that's rubbish.
It's all right. He's just come out to our bedroom and he shouted, "England's won 5-0." Have you heard any more?
What?
From no bed.
No.
Sorry, excuse me. I've told everybody about it.
What they said?
Not nice.
School asked permission to rapid flow test me and Keena. Never laughed so loud in my life. What's rapid flow test? I've never heard of that one.
Lateral flow test. I think they mean.
Eh?
Lateral flow test.
Oh, well, I don't know. Never even heard on it. So
what I've got. Lateral flow test, what I'm having.
Oh, that them?
Yes.
So have you heard anything more from them?
No, I've been watching football, haven't I?
Yeah, well, I know, but that don't stop them trolling you and...
Right. I'm sending you some of Mrs. P.
No.
You have to show everybody.
Hello, everybody, by the way.
He says, I can be your 6'6" uncle if you need me to pay you a college a visit. But me and your dad have said, if he lays a finger on you or starts on you on Monday, they better call police because he'll be 6 foot under if me and your dad get out on him.
That's what I'm concerned about.
Well,
I'll take you to school if he's waiting for you.
College, you mean?
Yeah, college even.
Just
have a quick watches on your phone and then you can show everybody what I've taken tonight.
Anyway, yes, it's scary we have to mask. I think you're talking about these, Johnny. Callum has to have them in order to be able to go into college. Without that, he can't go into college. It says so with the mask. I'm a giant bank robber. So yeah, Callum's had them. So in order for him to go into college today, Kate says, "Hi, Callum." So yeah,
how are you?
In order for him to actually physically go into college today, I had to do a test for him last night.
Negative.
So yeah, but yeah.
Bobby, show him.
What? Yeah, you're spoiling surprise then.
I'm not bothered.
Well, I mean, that's your prerogative, isn't it, Johnny? But, you know, Callum, it's all froze up now. So, but, you know, I mean, it's not mandatory, but I'm just going to put my thing down, settings, my brightness settings. Look all right to me. Quick look at them. So yeah, so you know, they're not mandatory, but if Callum wants to go into college, physically go into college, he's got to self-test. So yes, these are some of the pictures that Chris has took tonight. I don't know whether can you see them? You see it?
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Can everybody see it? That's some one of the pictures he's took tonight.
Yeah.
Look like professional photographer.
It don't look as good on there than it does on the phone.
Yeah, that's another one. Look, like these are pictures.
Pretty pleased with that. Is a framer.
So yeah,
quid to anybody.
Johnny says, "Wow, Chris, amazing pic." Yeah, so that's second one.
It don't look as good on there than it does.
I can't really. Yeah, I've enlarged it a bit.
Let me do it online.
That's Sheffield Town Hall. Yeah, it is.
No, it's
where is it?
City Hall.
City Hall. That's it.
Right. I don't know if that's going to work any better.
I've turned brightness down on mine.
Park Hill Flats.
Yeah,
Put it on
Chris,
street. Put it on street art. Now we can see then, can't we? Oh,
up. So yeah, that is they call Park Hill
Park Hill
Flats. They are.
Flats. That's train station.
Move it across a bit. That's it.
That you can't really see that. That's too bright. They'll all be going on Facebook. Yeah, that's City Hall. It's a bit bright there, like, but
You can work your magic.
yeah, it looks.
I've got to look like I've been tangled now.
Have I messed it up for you?
Yeah. So yeah, he spoilt his own. Wow, how good my eyesight, lol. Don't even live in Sheffield, never been, lol. So yeah, it's City Hall. Yeah, he's sort of spoilt surprise because that's where he's been tonight.
Yeah, but I was like, wow, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they the raw photos, Johnny. He sometimes has to edit them, so bring out, make them not so bright or brighten them up if they're dull, or it's amazing how you can work with photographs and basically
problem.
edit them, so to speak.
Which no, God.
Oh God, what? I thought you'd
I've charged one battery up,
but you don't know which one it is.
I don't know which one it is now.
Well, plug it in and you'll find out.
I don't be separate. I'm sorry. That was. I don't know which one it was bloody way.
But yeah, he's been out doing like a nighttime shoot, so to speak. But yeah.
I'm going out with one. I'll see.
You can bugger off and all.
Yeah, I've got a bit orange now. Refresh it, Babby, and then we'll send it back to normal.
What do you mean, StreamYards? My camera will go off.
Well, it'll refresh it because you're all tangled now.
Yeah. So Chris says he wants me to refresh it on StreamYards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can put my background on while I refresh it.
You should have it. Be right back.
Yeah. Anyway, don't go anywhere. I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm just going to refresh it because it looks like I've been tangled. And it's all because Christmas stood underneath the light. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon. So I'm back. We're back to normal. And I've lost one.
My photos have done it.
Yeah, he's dropping a huge in there, Tracy. But anyway, it did take me like all I did was come out at studio and go back in, and basically it's hiya, Dr. Smith, how are you?
Hello, Doctor.
So I'll be back to normal in hopefully. Well, can't say I've ever been normal.
Right.
But I'm hot now.
You want me to turn it down?
It's all right. When Chris come in, it was cold, so I says, stick heating on a bit, and now it's gone other way. I'm boiling.
Roast, you're still tangled. Well, it looks normal.
Yeah, Dr. Smith, she's in Costa del. Oh, she's in Caravanning Garden. Oh, got you now. Tracy's in Costa del Caravan in garden.
Which one? It's got two.
So yeah, yeah, it's either bite the bullet and go down yourself, Johnny, or just go thirsty. I mean, this is what I do before I start. Chris always makes coffee, but I've always got a glass of either pop or what? 156A next to 156B? What?
Oh, next 156B. Number 10 garden. Caravan.
Oh, I thought, God, we've got enough with waking, whatever, talking in riddles without Johnny starting to talk in riddles.
Come on, get with it, girl.
Oh dear. Well, it's that time of night where, and if my face has gone all pink, it's because I've gone flushed all of a sudden. No, I'm not having that hot flush. It's just the fact that, it was cold when Chris come in, so I told him to put heating on, and now it's gone. That's the only problem with down here. It's either too cold, and you put heating on a bit, and it soon gets warm. House is 100. Oh! House is 100. Oh dear. Well, you know what I'm like, Johnny. I forget what I'm saying halfway through a sentence. So, remembering things. Hello, Johnny. I made you a lovely tea tonight and there's plenty of juice. Well, that's it. But you know what I'd say to Chris, don't you, Johnny? I say, get off your ox and get it yourself. But that's just me. Oh dear. But it's more often me saying, can you just get me a drink of juice, or can you just get me a drink of coffee, or because by the time I've been and made it, it'll be supper time. I thought Pixie was dancing naughty off camera. No. Well, what's pointing him dancing naughty off camera? It always, like days has been pleasant and it's more like spring, but come night time and temperature and off dip, you know what I mean? But that's my only problem. If I'm cold and no, that's tomorrow on my live stream. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna have to take you off 2 seconds.
Not having it.
Because I've got to transfer my photographs and some other.
But yeah, it's. I mean, it's not been like mega warm, you know what I mean? It's been nice and sunny, but
it's just that wind.
Yeah, same as Chris says, it's just wind picks up and then it sort of turns a bit on cold side. And wind being out, obviously it's come back in and it feels cold, you see. So, but yeah. Yeah, that's it. Same as they say. I mean, I think it's been about 13 or 14. I don't know today, but it hasn't felt that warm, if you get what I'm saying. It hasn't felt that warm because of like wind chill factor, but it does really turn, temperature drops dramatically at night time. I will go and have a look at what temperature is.
I'm back with it.
Oh.
What do I know?
So it's 9 degrees. It ain't bad, but it ain't good either. It says fair.
Hey, 9 degrees is better than 3 degrees.
It says UV index low. You know, Sherlock. You'd be hard pressed getting a tan in them court kind of temperatures. We are under a tornado warning. Oh dear.
Oh, that's not good.
So, but you know, you dare bet come sort of midnight, 1 o'clock. I bet it's gone down to about 5 or 6. You know, it's not very warm at night. But yeah, that's we are when I fart in the morning. Yeah, tell me about it. But it's like I've got quite a thick 9 degrees in London. Yeah, about same as here. Then Amjad, I've got quite a thick duvet. I think it's about a 15 tog duvet, and it's one of the thickest, you know, biggest togs you can get. And that's the problem. Like upstairs, we had to turn heating off like probably about an hour or so before we go to bed, because it's like an oven in our bedroom, you know, when we have heating on, even though we've like turned radiators right down. But it's like, get into bed, cover yourself over with duvet, and then you're hot, so you throw it off. Then you get cold, so you cover it up. Then it's Chris's turn. He's throwing covers off because he's hot. And then he's like yanking at my covers because he ain't got enough covers. So we're there like playing tug of war with quilt. So yeah, we take it in turns. 1 minute I'm throwing covers off and I cover myself back up, and then he's doing exactly the same. I was last night's live stream. It were all right. It were all right. I forgot what we talked about.
This, that, and the other.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot what we talked about after you'd gone, Amjad. I don't know. I forgot. I've been to bed since then. Yeah, right. Oh dear, we wouldn't be eating on if it rated 80 degrees, I tell you. But yeah, you know, it's like 1 minute I'm cold, and you know, and then I'm hot and I throw covers off, and it's like doing okey cokey with you know, with quilt cover. But there's like sort of no middle ground. But what I will say is, in summer, it gets thrown right to end at bed, and that's it. You know, windows is open, and you know. But yeah, as most of you know, we clothes free in bed at night time. So yeah. But Callum's even in height of summer, he still wears his pajamas. He's never been one to, you know. But I must say that I think we're last summer, and he were complete Okie Coke brings back primary school days. But yeah, I mean, like when it were warm this summer, or last summer, should I say, it were moaning that it were warm in bed, and Chris says, well, you had your windows open. He says, yeah, but I'm still warm. So Chris says, well, you're in bed, nobody's going to see you. Take your pajamas off. So for the first time ever, he actually did go commando to bed.
Ripped his legs off.
Yeah. So basically, that is the first time ever, because he's always insisted on wearing his pajamas. But, you know, I'd sooner be cool than red hot, and, you know, you like, you know, can't breathe and you have to have windows wide open. But you see, our windows, you can like, what I call Paramount latch. They've like got a metal thing. You can only on latch, you can only open them about that much. But in order to open them wider, you like have to poke this latch in order to open them a bit wider. So we start off on latch, and then as the days progress and it gets warmer and warmer, you know, we say, oh bugger it, we'll open them wide. But But the only downside is we haven't windows open at night. You can hear everything because our house backs onto another row of houses. So we've got one like sort of not directly behind us, but next door to them. Oh, and they've got this yappy dog.
Oh.
And they opened door to let it out. Okie dokie then, Amjad. Thank you for... Hi, Vanessa.
Hi,
Yeah.
Vanessa, see you, Amjad.
Yeah, he's got college tomorrow.
All right.
So, yeah, don't forget Chris's live stream tomorrow, Amjad. So, yeah. So, you know, you've got that to contend with. And because we live so close to the city centre, there's always ambulances and sirens going. And, you know, with me being a light sleeper, oh, pardon me, you know, it interferes with my sleep. Because, you know, you've got, they just let the dog out on backyard and it starts barking to be let in. Okie dokie then, Amjad. Don't have short back and sides because it won't suit you. Just have a little trim, Amjad. So yeah, so you know, with me being, I mean, Chris and Callum could, you know, sleep through anything, but me, with me being a light sleeper, you know, an owl only has to fart outside and it wakes me up. So, so yeah, you know what I mean. So that, hey ho, that's the downside of being a light sleeper. You know, it's one of the pitfalls, isn't it? I keep saying I'm going to get some earplugs. And probably one of them like mask things that cover your eyes up. So, you know, like when it gets light early in the morning, you know, it's like you're in total blackout darkness. You know what I mean? I'll have to have a look. I hadn't told everybody about your thing that come today.
Oh, no, it's on it from mountain.
Yeah.
It makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah. As you've seen on one of Chris's videos, he mounted his 10-inch tablet on his tripod. Now, he ordered this thing, and it's the mount for his drone handset. Yeah, controller thing. So it can have his tablet on the controller itself without having to put it on the tripod. So they were quite excited about that coming today.
Oh, not kidding! It makes it a lot better.
But the thing is, you can like see directly in front of you without standing behind your tripod. You can mount it directly on your handset to his drone. So we were pleased with that anyway. So you know, he's a happy chappy. Let's just say. So that's about it, really. You know. Oh dear me. So nobody seems to be chatting, apart from I'm saying bye to everybody. So what has everybody been up to? We've missed you, Vanessa, because I noticed you weren't in last night and you weren't in the baking one on Tuesday night. So
yeah, we had all this called vanilla.
So I hope you're well. Pixie's mounting a tripod now. There's frustration for you.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Guess who that is?
Who was it?
I'll give you 2 guesses. It's Wakey.
Oh, wakey, whoa.
Yeah. He's bought what is On the when he went to Snake Ward, he'd been mounting his big tablet. He's got like a big 10-inch tablet.
Do you want to show them?
No.
It's only that.
Well, it don't matter.
No, it says stopping from.
Yeah. Anyway, well, no, it don't matter, baby. So anyway, because it were windy where he were, it blew his tablet off the tripod. So he says, "I'm just going to have a look," and he come across a mount for his, his controller for his drone. So basically, he's bought a mount, and it works all right. So he can now put his tablet directly on his drone handset without having to mess about putting it on tripod and everything. So yeah, so it makes his life a lot more easier. Hiya, caller, how are you?
Hello, Carla.
You told us this yesterday. No, because it only come today. So I'll have a.
You probably told them that it was arriving today.
Or that your tablet blew off you. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, it arrived today, so. So yeah, he's a happy chappy. He were a bit dubious about it not fitting on his drone handset. So, but it works a treat. So he's an happy chappy. And you missed the pictures that Chris had took tonight. Wakey has been out on a night shoot.
Yeah, guess what?
What?
Find them anyway.
Uh-oh.
And now I've got to go into Messenger.
But anyway, so yeah, he's been out with Glyn tonight, doing a nighttime shoot. So yeah. I don't know when it'll be uploaded, tomorrow maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but it did show
to edit it now.
Yeah, it did show everybody the pictures that it took. Because he sent them me via Messenger, the pictures weren't as big as what they were on his phone, if you know what I mean. So basically, when I showed them people, it didn't do them justice. So Chris came over with it. Yeah. Been spying on the pole dancer down the street, eh, Pixie? No, it went a bit further afield than that, Wakey. It won't. Well, you know what they say, don't you? You don't shit on your own doorstep, so to speak, and that's a euphemism that they use in Yorkshire. So you go where people don't know you. Oh dear. But yeah, it's got some nice shots. So it's now saying that he's editing it now, so we might publish it tonight. I don't know.
Probably.
Or wait till him. I don't know whether he's going to wait till the morning or what.
I don't know. See how it goes with the computer.
Yeah. You don't know what's happening yet. Oh dear. If you're wondering why I don't poop in your own parlour, yeah. But yeah, that's more to the point where I said. But yeah, he went out with Glyn again. So I think what time did he pick up? About 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, yeah. We left at wrong time because sunset were about, well, between 6:15 and 6:30. We should have got there about 5:30 to catch the sun actually
going down.
Oh, we just missed it just in time.
Yeah, if you heard that, guys, they just missed the sunset. Yeah, That's it, you blame Glyn.
If you're watching, Glyn, your fault.
Oh dear.
No, I ain't. You go.
So yeah, he says he were absolutely cacking us then we're sending drone up in at night. Anyway,
I've never been shaking as much flying a drone than I did thought I was cold. I said, no, I'm not cold, mate. I said, I'm bloody shaking because the drone's up in here, it dies.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, you shouldn't have trouble spotting it because it's got flashing lights on it.
But when it's that high up, you forget him. So you can see flashing lights, but what you can't see, the buildings in front, yeah, we're higher up, but there's any poles on them buildings.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sort of accidents happen wakey. No, I was just saying, Vanessa, we've got a saying. Well, I've got a saying. I don't know whether, you know, because Wakey said being spying on the pole dancer down the street to Pixie, and I said we've got a saying: you don't shit on your own doorstep. What's this link he's putting now? What's with question marks?
Not a pole dancer, is it?
Oh. Just about to have a look what that link is that what Wakey's put in.
Oh, why is it put that?
George Michael, Elton John, don't let the sun go down on me. What's that got to do with it?
Because of the sunset.
Oh, well. Oh dear me.
I'll try to work now.
But yeah, it's a case of I suppose right time, right place, if you know what I mean. You just got to get lucky and you know.
It's been a stupid bleeping. Oh.
You know what I told you, don't you? Don't get frustrated with it.
Well, I haven't even edited it yet. I haven't even got the things off the bloody SD card.
But so where have you been, Vanessa? Because we missed you last night and we missed you Tuesday night. Or did Vanessa come in Tuesday? I can't remember. But your presence was missed. Oh, Tracy says back on that to refresh the page.
Gordo!
How come you? Hiya, Gordo.
My Watson's better than you.
So yeah, pardon me. You missed me. Chris has been out on a night shoot tonight. So yeah, he took drone out. Oh well, it was meant to be getting the sunset, but he didn't quite manage it.
Sort of got it.
So
got half in it. Got last bit.
He actually wanted the plan was he wanted to get it like actually coming down, like actually setting, but you know it didn't go to plan. Got too involved in the world around me. I was not home to join. Oh, okie dokie. I thought you might have been ill or something. I was just sort of checking in with, you know, that you're okay and yeah. Hey, what?
Gorgeous. Bloody lash.
Oh dear.
Wait, what do I need?
But it's you know, some as I say, it's all about timing, really, isn't it? So just had a policeman at the door saying he was looking for a man with one eye. I told him try using both and he'd probably find him.
a good one.
Oh, you were at Llama Farm during baking show. I'll let you off this time, Vanessa. Don't let it happen again, though.
That's not good enough. You've been told off.
Hey, you missed a good one, Vanessa. I'll tell you the truth. They've all gone.
Yeah.
They've all gone.
And I didn't have the last one this time.
Yeah, Callum did. So yeah, I were contemplating making some more today, but obviously not with putting the eggs on top, because I have these. Tracy knows what I'm talking about. They're like choco beans, they're called, and they're like a small Smartie version, but they like for decorations. So I says to our Callum, I says, you know, I hope you're not expecting sort of, you know, you'd have to go down to Asda to get me some, you know, chocolate. Tracy's got 6 left.
I'll see you morning, Tracy.
So I did contemplate making some more, and I says to Callum, I said, I'll make them exactly the same. I says I'll either put chocolate kernels, because I've got them as decorations as well, or these choco beans. I'm contemplating making a coffee. But then we sort of got sidetracked doing other things, i.e., you know, litter trays and things like that. And Chris decided to mop floor, and, you know, we sort of time went away with us. Oh, 400-gram mini eggs at 69p at Farm Foods. Ooh. Might have to have a trip to Farm Foods. Then I can make some more. But I've got shopping coming Saturday. But the ones that I've ordered through the shopping, the Smarties orange flavoured mini eggs. So I've had to order 6 bags of them, because you need some for the blondie mix, and then you need some for the top decoration. So I've had to order 6 bags for the weight that you need, because you need 200 grams actually in the blondie mix, and then 200 grams like for top, you know, to decorate them with. So I mean, it's only cost me like £1, nearly £1.40, wouldn't it? Two bags of them. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's you know, it's sort of. Oh, Tracy says I got 2 big bars of chocolate mini eggs and a mini eggs as well. Ooh, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's we were talking about it last night. I might try getting them a whizzing food processor and just like putting it on pulse thing, and because they don't want to be chopped up fine, just like roughly chopped. I mean, Trace will probably know what I'm talking about, but trying to cut them with a knife. I mean, I only tried cutting one other, you know, when we did the baking show on Tuesday, and I sort of put a knife on it, and it like flirted off it, you know, all over worktop. So I thought, well, that's, you know, sod that. I'm just going to pour them on all. But if, you know, if I'd have had time, I'd have probably done the same and get them a whizzing in food processor. They don't want to be like pulverized, let's just say. They've just come out, and I have not seen them before. No, I don't think I'd heard it. You know, I mean, they bringing all these like new, like, you know, them Cadbury's chocolate fingers. They do them in orange now and all, and but it's like on my food processor, it's got like a pulse on the, you know, dial that you press. It's got like off, and then it's got like a pulse thing. If I just sort of give him one quick whiz. Oh, was looking at the wrong one, 80-gram bag, 69p. But yeah, they're still cheaper than Asda, but they're doing one, I think, they're either £1 each or two for £1.50. So that's why I ordered 6 bags, because it made it cheaper to buy 6 bags rather than 5, if you get me drift. So so yeah, they were yeah, they are still, because you see them that Chris got me, them rose gold ones, Wakey, they were £1 a bag. So it's still a good price, but they were 80-gram bags. So I mean, it's still good for price. But the reason why I bought 6 bags, the orange Smartie mini eggs, I thought, oh well, they'll look nice because the orange. You know, because yeah, mine ones were £1. Yeah, they were the, you see, the Cadbury's mini eggs, they were £1 as well, but they hadn't got them in, you know, when I like did my shopping and everything. And Chris went down to our local Asda, and the only ones that they got in was them that I use, the Galaxy ones, or Aero ones, I think. You know, AERO, Aero, you know, bubbly type of thing. Anyway, so it would either get 6 bags for £1, which would be a dear dab at £6, or basically get these Smartie orange ones, which were 2 bags for £1.50. So that only makes them like 75p. And that's why I bought 6 bags, because I thought, well, I'm not going to miss out on offer. If there's any left over, I'm sure, you know, Callum will eat them. So I thought I'll round it off to even 6 bags. And oh yeah, they were lovely, Tracy. They were like Cadbury's eggs. They were like crunchy on outside, but filled with chocolate on inside, if that makes sense. And I love Galaxy chocolate. I mean, I like Cadbury's chocolate, but you know, it was like a chocolate, crunchy chocolate on outside, obviously dipped in rose gold. But when you bit into them, basically, it were all chocolate inside. But I ate mine different from Callum and Chris. They sort of took wrapper off the bun. So now I picked my eggs off and ate eggs first, and then ate the bun. I mean, everybody does things different, you know.
I'll take eggs off there.
But yeah, so because I sat there and Callum says, well, what are you taking eggs off first? I says, I don't know. I says, I just want to, you know, savour eggs, I suppose. But you know, I picked eggs off and ate them first, and then ate me bun. Yeah. But I mean, they do say, Tracy, that if your buttercream is a little bit runny, you know, the way to thicken it up is just add more icing sugar. My favourite is Thornton's mini eggs, like a soft truffle inside. But that's another thing we can talk about. Thornton's are on about closing all the shops down. So you wouldn't think, like, such big company, and especially the, you know, chocolate and sweets and, you know what I mean? And they closing all the shops down. Santander, the building society, they're on about closing 111 branches. So it seems like every company is struggling.
No,
You know,
nobody's
you know,
allowed.
Thornton's, you know, chocolate never goes out of fashion. So that it must have hit them hard. Every time I go to Whitby, I have to go to the choc shop, bugger the kippers, lol. But yeah, I mean, I had a news thing pop up and it says that Thornton's are on about closing all the shops down. It's like this, you know, they're probably going to be doing all the business online from once they close the shops down. You know, they're probably going to do all the business online. They have closed the 2 chocolate factories here over the last 10 years. But, you know, I mean, a big name like Thornton's, I mean, my sister-in-law, I mean, I don't know whether she still does because I haven't heard from her in a while, but she worked for Thornton. She didn't actually work in the factory. She worked in office. But, you know, you'd think chocolate, but same as Wakey says, they are a bit expensive. I mean, times is hard now. So, you know what I mean? It's a case of people are more prone to hunt bargains rather than, yeah, I mean, they do some lovely stuff, Thornton's do, but it is expensive. And people aren't willing to pay them prices. We had Cadbury's in Elizabeth Shore. Well, it ain't Cadbury's anymore. It's, what's it called now? Mondelez.
No, it is called Cadbury's. It's Mondelez who owns it.
Yeah. Chris, when we first moved to Sheffield, Chris worked there, but he only worked like 2 12-hour shifts Saturday and Sunday. But it's like, no, it were Cadbury's / Bassett's, weren't it?
Yeah.
And then this company called Mondelez took it over. But yeah, had some Haribo jelly babies, yuck, not to patch on Bassett's. But yeah, you'd be amazed at the bargains that Chris got. I mean, he were getting it for everybody else, you know what I mean? And he'd say, I've come over and such wants this, and my mum and dad want this. And I keep saying, well, don't keep taking orders because they're only allowed to spend £20. And basically, I says, well, I hope you realise that, you know, it's cutting down on what we can get. I mean, he used to get like these 2-kilogram tubs, not the tubs that you get, but like plastic, like sandwich box tubs of roses. Were they £3? Yeah, and it were a 2-kilogram plastic tub. There were roses, and there were £3. And then he used to get like his dad is partial to Bassett's extra strong mints. So, but yeah, it bargains that Chris could, you know. I think the extra strong mints, I think there were 5 tubes for £1, something like that. But yeah, they used to do all sorts. Roses. Is it what else does Cadbury make? They don't make celebrations, do they? Heroes, isn't it? Heroes, that's the one. You used to get roses, Heroes, Cadbury's cream eggs as well. He used to get one bag load, Chris did, Cadbury cream eggs. Yeah.
But they weren't small bags neither.
Yeah.
Try big bags.
Yeah. So, but you see, reason why I left there is because it were only like 2 12-hour shifts. It were only like 24 hours. So we got offered a Monday to Friday job, because essentially we him working like 12 hours. It worked 6 till 6. So it'd start work at 6 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at tea time. And the age Callum was at that time, it was like missing such a lot because Callum had only got weekends off and he were working weekends.
So
We had Lyons Bakery Shop, bags of reject Kit Kats, solid chocolate, because some muppet let the wafer run out. But that's the reason why they had like this factory shop wakey. It's because the either ink on the wrapping were running out, or they'd been wrapped wrong, or you know, there were nothing actually wrong with the sweets itself, me sweetheart. But yeah, you know, it were either, you know, like how they go like on a roller in sheets, and this thing comes down and it chops up wrappers up. But you know, it were either they'd been wrapped and nobody noticed that ink were running out on it. You know what I mean? Just things like that, you know what I mean? And you wouldn't believe the amount of cream eggs that that they made it run up to Easter. Hiya, Mark, how are you?
How are you?
He says, I'm not here. I forgot to say hi.
I don't want that. I'm watching the coffee.
But yeah, it were millions. The cream eggs that they produced in run up to Easter. David, sweet shop in Wakefield. Tracy still do all the sweets you saw in the big jars. Oh, but yeah, I mean, it were basically they did wine gums, midget gems, jelly babies. You could get all these in factory shop. You'll have a job, Mark, because they've all gone. I good if you saved me a muffin. Too late. Yeah, you're too late, Mark. Tracy's still got 6 left though. Yeah, Tracy's still got 6. And I watched your video where you're having a haircut. Very tidy, if I say so myself. So yeah, Mark put a video up on Facebook of him having his haircut. Looked very tidy. So yeah, I just thought I'd put. I'll be at your door in seconds to get you.
What's it say?
It says, I'll be at your door in seconds to get you. I need to go bald. No. I think it's just right how it is, Mark. Oh, it's on YouTube too, is it? Morrison's launched chocolate pizza. Let me have a look at this one. Morrison's launched chocolate pizza topped with mini eggs for Easter, leaving shoppers baffled. Oh. So there you go. Morrison's are doing a chocolate pizza.
No.
Morrison's launched chocolate pizza topped with mini eggs for Easter, leaving shoppers baffled. The supermarket chain's unusual culinary combination contains an assortment of chocolates mixed in with cream cheese on top of a stone-baked pizza base. $2.89. Punters have been left absolutely baffled by an Easter pizza currently on sale. They'll be putting pineapple on them next. Also weirdly mixed with cheese as well. So they put a bit of cheese in with it as well.
Ooh.
Ingredients on the pizza includes chocolate buttons, chocolate chips, cookie dough, mini eggs, and cream cheese. For those looking for something a little bit different to the conventional cream egg or lint bunnies, you can pick this wacky fusion up for $2.89. So there you go. They took to Twitter and it says one punter said, looks like something a work experience kid would make on their last day as a make what you want and take it home type of thing. A third commented, this is what a 5-year-old would make themselves for dinner, given free rein. Then they take a bite or two and realise the huge error of their choices. So there you go. But so yeah. So if you want something a bit different, go to Morrison's and get an Easter pizza. Yeah, no, I don't think I'd fancy that, Tracy. Well, cream cheese and cheese, you know, mixed in with buttons and mini eggs and nah. But no, it's you know, it's like it's either a sweet thing or a savoury thing, not two mixed into one. No. But I suppose there's people out there that'll buy them, you know what I mean? But no, I don't. It's not my cup of tea. It's a good job I don't shop there then, innit, Wakey? It says more reasons to shop somewhere else. There's only one place we go for a shopping, Wakey, and you know what that place is.
Asda.
Even when I have my shopping delivered, we have it delivered by Asda. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. If it were like us, you know, I mean, but it's like you can make a pizza base sort of out of a cookie dough thing and then top it with all sweet stuff, but not on a pizza base. Actually, on a pizza base, it's Morrison's. Oh, Asda. We go to Asda, you know we do. But in fact, I've done another shopping online shopping thing today. So yeah, it makes it easier for ourselves because they're doing this shop by yourself if you can. Now, I know if I do the shopping, I know we've got everything. You know what I mean? I know that I can't say I know we've got everything because more often than not, they'll send you a thing and say, well, this is out of stock or this item's unavailable. So you have to look for an alternative. But at least I know if Chris goes in by himself, it come back with half the stuff missing. So I know if I do it myself, then I know, you know.
What are you trying to say about forgetfuls?
Even when I write them down on a list, you still forget them.
Sorry, what you say? I forgot.
So yeah, I mean, like we're at that chocolate cream pie thing that I made. I says to him, get me a couple of packet of Oreos. So he says, write them down on list. So I wrote them down on list, right at top in bold writing, 2 packets of Oreos. Guess what he forgot when he come back? He hadn't got the Oreos, so I had to do like a digestive base because he forgot Oreos. And I says, you tell me to write your list out. I says, they were right at the very top of the list. I said, and you still forget them. I go Morrison's because we live 5 minutes away from us. Got a few shops there, Aldi as well. But Wakey were there 2 weeks ago because Tracy says she goes to Morrison's. They live 5 minutes away. He forgot me on shelf. But the thing is, I mean, that's another thing. Oreos is either one of the things that you either love or. But the recipe called for a biscuit base, but it were Oreo biscuit base, if you know what I mean. So basically, because Chris had forgotten, I says, don't worry. I says, I'll just, you know, use digestives. It tasted just as nice, but I like to go, oh God, Poshy goes to Iceland.
Hey, we can't afford Iceland. We're up market that.
But anyway, same as I say, it's
Oh, sorry. It's all right, it's non-copyright.
it says I'd forget everything if I had a list. I'm bad at shopping. Not over keen on Oreos, but I only wanted them to do this like chocolate cream pie, but the recipe called for Oreos for the biscuit base. But anyway, I sort of improvised and I used digestives anyway. So, you know, but I was sort of just trying to say that even if you write them down on list for Chris, he still forgets them. So, you know, if I were to send him to our big Asda, because we've got an Asda superstore like 10 minutes away, car. I like hobnobs.
I like hobnobs.
Yeah,
Okay,
wait.
for hobnobs. We need some more knobs.
Wakey says I hate hobnobs. But yeah, if you go like the Asda near us, it's only like a what you know, like a Tesco Express, but it's a smaller Asda, and half the stuff in there they ain't got what they've got at big Asda. They've got everything under the sun, but the smaller Asda, like I have Volvic water and I have the flavoured water. They ain't got that at our Asda. Gordo says we go to Lidl's. Daughter works in there, so we get 10% off. That's the only reason why I go to Lidl's.
10% off, so basically, I guess we're 10p gets it for out.
Anyway, so basically, if we were to go like 10 minutes down the road, there's an Asda superstore, and you can get everything in there. Last time I went shopping, I took a list with one item, large Diet Coke. I ended up coming with a 3-year-old child and frozen chips. Never going shopping again. But yeah, you know, when we were in the first lockdown, the queues were miles long. And what Chris used to do, he'd get out of the car, go and stand his turning queue, and then when he got close, well, he'd take bags with him, but when he got close, I'd get out of the car, you know, and go in with him and go round in on one of these disabled buggies. But you know, it was that were off-putting. They having to queue. I mean, we tried going at all different times. First thing, you know, in the morning, or later on in the afternoon, hoping that queues had died down a bit. But you know, and that were the only downfall. And they were like, it were like one in, one out sort of thing. So you got to queue anyway, and it wrote standing about, you know. And I says, right, I says from now on, I says, Gordo says, what was the best before date on the child, out of curiosity. But yeah, you know what I mean. To know what I'm getting, I'd have to go with him. So that's one of the reasons why I do an online shop, is at least I know that if I'm ordering it, 9 times out of 10, I get what I want. And they're pretty good, you know. I mean, they do send some stupid substitutes, but last time I did a online shop, there were only one substitute. and basically I ordered them kilogram stalks. It's like a kilogram. So what they'd done, because they'd only got one, they substituted one of it for like 500. So I actually got a kilogram, but in 2 smaller tubs. So yeah, basically, it were no detriment, because it was saying, you know, all they'd done is they'd only got one of the 1 kilogram size stalks, and they substituted it for 2 smaller ones. So, you know, no detriment there, and that were only substitution. Nah, it's not like that all the time, you know. You know, it's, but on the whole, I'm pretty pleased we do it. You see, same as Chris says, I have it delivered in carrier bags, and all he's got to do is empty things and take them in kitchen.
Oh, it gives you a workout, that for
Yeah, but the thing is, when you actually go shopping, you have to take them out your trolley into carrier bags, load them into the car, come back, actually bring your shopping in, and then you know, take them all out of carrier bag. Whereas that cuts it down. But yeah, that's another thing that I meant to bring to your attention. I got an email from Asda, obviously, because I do my online shopping from Asda, and it says, I forget when it were. Anyway, I had this email from Asda, and it I forget what date it says, but you know how they charge 5p for carrier bags when you go shopping? They now put in the price of a carrier bag up to 10p. That's your bog standard carrier bag. They now put in the price up to 10p. And basically, when you do your shopping, if you click that you want them delivering in carrier bags, they charge you a bog standard rate of 40p. Well, now they're putting that up to 80p. So basically, they're doubling the price of a carrier bag from 5p to 10p. Pa waiting on this to arrive. Model shop leads. Oh. He says finally joining modern RCing. But yeah. So basically they're doubling the price from 5p to 10p on a single carrier bag. So but they sort of signed off by saying all the profit that they make from the charging for carrier bags goes to charity. Chris says, yeah, I bet all on it don't go to charity.
I bet it don't.
So he wants something that won't topple over. Oh. So is that a bit sturdier for him than Wakey? I mean, I haven't looked at it. But yeah, I'd say I'm not, because you see, I'll tell you from experience, because when the first lockdown came, I signed up for Tesco's, I signed up for Sainsbury's, I signed up for Asda. Well, I were already signed up to Asda anyway, but I got like 4 choices. And basically, I did a shop at Sainsbury's, and they saying, you know, we've had to substitute this. So I said to Chris, I don't want it. Tell them to take it back. Now we asked her, let's say they have to substitute you something, and you hand it back to the driver and you say, no, I don't want this. Within an hour or 2, they've refunded you that price of that thing. Yeah, basically they scan the barcode with this thing that they've got, And basically within an hour, you've got your refund back. Now, we did the same with Sainsbury's, and basically I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting at refund. Even though this, and I kept emailing them and it says, blah, 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 shopping and order number and everything, and never heard a thing. Never heard a thing to even contact me back saying, sorry, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm still waiting for it refund, and I never got it. So sort of that Sainsbury's struck off the list. So yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't a fantastic amount of money, but it was money that I'd paid that I needed refunding back. But yeah, Asda's on it like a carb on it. The on the ball with that. So yeah, you know what I mean. It's a case of you know, I can rely on that sort of thing from Asda, and normally by end of day I have my shopping delivered, they have actually refunded that item back to me when it's sort of not, you know, met my expectations, or it's not an, you know, a good substitute or whatever, and I've said no, take it back. They just scan the barcode, that goes through to their systems, and by end of day normally you've got your refund back. But the thing is, Mark, with Sainsbury's, you don't know. Yeah, we've got a big, like, Sainsbury's supermarket up sort of just past Hillsborough football ground, but you don't know if that's actually where the shopping's come from. You know, like I've had Tesco's before, and basically we've got a massive Tesco's in town, but when I had the Tesco's order delivered, it had been, they actually told you it had been delivered from Chesterfield superstore. So you don't actually know which store your groceries have been delivered from. So you know, I kept ringing and emailing them. I never got my refund. I never got a response. You know what I mean? And I was very, very disappointed. So I never shopped there again after that. You know what they say, once bitten, twice shy. But no, I'd either, if I couldn't get a slot with Asda for any particular reason, which I have been able to, you know, anytime, second choice would be Tesco's. So, you know, but no, Sainsbury's is scratched off the list.
They got bad bars.
As far as like ordering shopping online, anyway. But hey ho. But you see, I've got this system going. You see, when we asked the shopping. Now, I'm having some delivered Saturday, but with it being a Saturday, the delivery price is up. So what I've done is I've gone like 2 weeks from today, and I've got the delivery for £2.30. Yeah, I know they've got to charge because you know, you've got to pay somebody to pick your order, you've got to pay somebody to pack it, and then you've got to pay somebody to deliver it. And I think, you know, £5-6 is reasonable, considering you getting them delivered to your doorstep. So I've got this like a system where I always, when I have a shopping delivered, I always book for a fortnight's time, because like I get paid every fortnight. So I always do it like 2 weeks in advance.
I'm editing. I've got editing on my phone.
So more often than not, I I get a slot. So what now? Who? It's all right. Chris is editing his footage. What is? But yeah. So that's the story. I always do like a fortnight in advance. That small boat. Oh dear, I don't know. It's something Wakey's put a link in. Let me have a look. See what Wakey's put in.
Oh, thanks for sharing it out, Wakey.
Mark.
Wakey, Mark.
Oh, it's like a World War II MTB rescue. Wakey RC. Ooh. Ah. So you built that, did you? I didn't fancy getting my feet wet after he blew his ESC up. It's there's plenty of ducks on Pond Wakey. Oh dear. It's the boat. I'm not watching it all. Pa built it. Oh, there you go. But yeah, I mean, I mean, obviously it's a man thing, but it looks cool anyway. That is Batley Park. There you go. Oh yeah, talking of Batley. Oh, there's been controversy in the news as well about a Batley primary school. They're shown, I suppose they were doing like religious studies or something. And supposedly, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I didn't read much of it. A teacher has been slammed for showing the class a cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad. So, you know, it's all sort of kicking off, and that's in Batley. That is some news for tonight. Yeah. I'll see if I can find story. Here. This is Telegraph. Education Secretary condemns threats to Batley teacher amid Prophet Mohammed cartoon row. Suspended schoolmaster at the centre of the controversy is understood to be receiving police protection after parents' protest. So basically, they were protesting outside the school. Post the link. Yeah, I'll show it. I'll just share it with Wakey, and then yeah, and that were a primary school in Batley. But they threatening this teacher and all sorts. Do you have someone in your family tree called Luke? Don't ring a bell, Mark.
Skywalker. No, we ain't got one more.
Not as far as I know. What? But no, it don't ring a bell. Do you mean up Pickering side? Because I'm only a Pickering by marriage. I bet any money. I bet Mark, Adam's cousin.
No.
Luke P.
Luke P. No. Afraid not, mate.
Yeah, I bet Mark has heard of my not my step auntie, but she was married to my uncle, Lil Bone. Well, I'm a Bone originally. Okie dokie then. I'll see if I recognise him. But yeah. I mean, nobody in the whole of Nottinghamshire and heard a Lil Bone. Now, she were married to my uncle. She were a card and half, Lil Bone were. But she's only sort of like an auntie through marriage, if you know what I mean. Because she were married to my uncle and then they got divorced and Luke Rebman. No. Don't even know, don't even know his name. Unless it's some relation on his missus's side. But yeah, Lil Bone. Yeah, well, I'm a Bone. Well, originally I were a Bone. So yeah. My dad's name were Bone, or is Bone. And obviously I were a Bone at birth. You know what I mean? But I don't know anybody that entered a Lil Bone, but she has been gone for quite a while, so it might have been before your time. But yeah, I'm a Bone originally. But there's not many that side of family left now, you know what I mean? Junior Bone? G Bone? No, J Bone. But yeah. It might be a different Bone, but yeah. I were born and bred in Uthwaite. You know, that my mum even went back there sort of when my stepdad died, you know what I mean? So yeah. You know, when people think you're joking when you tell them that you originally were a Bone. Well, that's a funny surname. Well, I can't tell surname I were born with, you know what I mean? and oh, it could be like Lil's great grandchildren, you know what I mean? Because obviously he did have children with her, and they've probably gone on to have children, and they've gone on to have children. So if you know what I mean. So yeah, but you know, okie dokie then, Mark. He's going to send me some pics.
Oh.
But they might be sort of like a second or third cousin. Yeah, exactly, Wakey. This is the thing, you know, and the thing is that it will probably during a religious education. I mean, I'll just check this message, this thing that. Hang on, I'll have to look because it says I've got to log into Facebook because I have to log out of everything. I'll have a look afterwards. But the thing is, Wakey, you know, when Callum were at school, when they were at not junior school, big school, they wanted Callum to visit a mosque. Right? Now, there were no controversy over it. Oh, okie dokie then. But they'd got to ask, well, no, this was the thing. They were taking them with or without my permission. And I says, not on my Nelly. I says, you either ask my permission or he don't go. Oh, it's part of all his you know, his religious education, blah, 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 blah. I says, well, I says, are you taking like Muslim children to a Christian church then? Why should it's got nothing to do with my son's religion where you're taking him? You know, and I don't wish to be controversial, you know what I mean? I'm not racist in any way, shape, or form. But to say, well, it's got to go, you know what I mean? It's got to go. I says, no, we don't have to go. I says, not if I don't want him to go. You know what I mean? I says, but it's like, you know, I says it's either my choice or his choice whether he wants to go, not you telling him that he's got to go. You know, and that's sort of what gets hackles up with me, being told that he's got to go because it's part of his religious education. I says, I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? You need my permission to take him anywhere. If it's out of school, then you need my permission. And I dug my heels in. I says, no. I says, you know, he's not going. I says, even if I have to keep him off school for that day that they go. But they supposed to ask your permission if they go off the school premises for whatever reason. You know what I mean? But instead they were saying that he'd got to go. I says, no, we don't have to go. I says, had you gone about it the right way and says, do you mind? You know what I mean? Do you mind if he goes here? I wouldn't have minded so much, but being told that he'd got to go, I says, nobody tells me where he's got to go or don't have to go. I says, that is my decision to make, you know, not yours, mine. Yeah, exactly, Mark. That's it. If they go off them school premises, whether it's just to end at road or whatever, they are responsible for your child. And they, by law, are supposed to ask your permission. But the fact that I didn't get asked if I wanted him to go, that's what riled me up. So I dug my heels in about it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get off now because it's 11:05. Thank you for coming in, everyone. Thank you, Mark.
I think they're gonna like it, girl.
So yeah, you can tell he's pleased with his editing skills. So don't forget to join in Chris's live stream, The Pixie Show, tomorrow evening.
Woohoo!
At 9 o'clock.
Woohoo!
I'll be on the other side. I'll be tinkering about on my computer.
Woohoo!
So thank you for coming in, and thank you for everybody
Can't see it from here.
for coming in. And I missed out on a trip to Wakefield Cathedral. Like, I don't know where it is, lol. Can see it from here. Oh, thank you, Mark. Thank you very much, Mark. So I'll see you all later. Don't forget, Pixie's channel is live tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock for the Pixie show. And I shall see you on the next one from me, which will be Monday. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye. I go live before Chris. Okay, Mark.